In my last video, I gave my own personal perspective about being black in Thailand, my experiences, and for the most part, I thought it was a pretty good video, and I was able to give a pretty decent perspective of my own experience while living in Thailand as a black American. Now, there was quite a few comments that were a little interesting to me. Some of them were supportive, other ones were not so much. And today, what I want to do is go over some of the comments that I received and just talk about it. Just talk about some of the things that I saw. If you haven't seen that video, then go ahead and click the card above. It should be popping up right now. And you can watch the original video first, then make your way back to this one if you want to see some of the comments. Let's just jump into it. You're going to be black everywhere you go. Get used to it. Now, I just want to say that I completely understand the fact that some of these comments may be troll comments and other ones are just from people who are whatever. It doesn't matter. But the show must go on. We're still going to talk about it. So, you're going to be black everywhere you go. Get used to it. Very simple. And my answer is just as simple. No shit. That wasn't the point. And if you don't understand that, I don't know what to say. If you don't understand that you can go to different places and have a different experience based off of how you look, then I mean, I don't know what more to tell you, my friend. So there's not much else to say about that. Of course. Of course. So we'll just go to some of the other ones. The next comment is coming from someone who said that they have lived in the Philippines for multiple years, but that they feel that Thailand is better for Black Americans. And I've heard different things from different people, different YouTube channels where they talk about their experiences in the Philippines and Thailand. And I've never really heard someone say that one is better than the other. But I want to just say that no matter which place that you decide to go, whether it's the Philippines or Thailand, or if it's a different country in general, every single person is going to have a different black experience no matter what country they go to. You're going to find a black person that's going to go to Thailand and say that it was absolutely awful for them because they're black, whereas you're going to have someone else say that they absolutely loved it and that they were respected. Every person has a different experience. That's why my video was my personal experience. But I do understand where this person is coming from, and I hope to be going to the Philippines soon so that I can experience it for myself, so that I can see what it is that I feel about being there as a black man, and just to be able to have some fun and visit some other countries and become a little bit more cultured as far as the different places that I see in the world. This next one made me laugh a little bit. It's somebody talking about my physical appearance. They said, if you walk around looking like that, it's no wonder they treat black people like crap. And, for the most part, I guess if that's what you think, if you yourself, because I feel like comments that a person makes is always going to be based off of what something that they themselves do. If you yourself treat people like crap based off of how they look, if you see somebody that's not shaved, or if their hair is growing a little wild and you're like, I feel like treating this person like shit, then that's on you. But from my personal experience, that's not how Thai people work. I never walked around and had people treat me differently. I had a point where my face was completely shaven, and I also had a point where I had a pretty long beard. And I can't say that my experience changed one way or the other based off of that. But to that person who thinks that I look like shit, I mean, thank God I'm not trying to impress you. This one is just talking about a little bit of the differences, like how they sometimes call black men chocolate man, or they'll call uh, white men lobster if they're red from the sun, or big nose. It's more of one of those things where sometimes people will use descriptors when they talk about someone, and I find that very true in a lot of cultures. I know that, like, in Spanish culture, it's very popular to call people like gorda or gordo or flaca or güero if they're light, skinny, or big, depending on their size. It's a cultural thing to where sometimes people will use descriptors as words of endearment towards other people, and that's just how that is. And I've had a few people call me chocolate man while walking. Sometimes the bar girls will yell out to you and call you chocolate man, and it's kind of cute, but it doesn't bother me at all. And it just, remember, based off of how you perceive things will determine on if you feel like it's racist or if it's negative or positive. And your mindset is a big factor in how you take these things. I had absolutely no problem with it. Now, this last one, it's a little bit much, and I'm going to ad lib here. I'm going to put the comment on the screen so that you can see it, but it was basically saying something to the effect of, I don't see how people can move to countries where they are amongst people who don't look like them. And if you do move to those countries, it's because you dislike yourself. And I think that that's just absolutely silly. Now, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of people where maybe things like this can be an actual contributing factor to the decisions that they make, but on a larger scale, and speaking for myself only to a certain degree, I'm saying some people just want to experience other places in the world. I want to go to countries where the people look like me, will look nothing like me. I want to go to Asian countries, I want to go to European countries, I want to go to Spanish countries. I want to be able to travel the world. The world is such a big, big, big place, and I do not want to confine myself to only being around one type of people. And I just want to be able to experience many cultures, to have a better understanding of the way people move and why they do the things they do. And I feel like that just makes the world a little bit better of a place for everybody to have understanding of each other. If you're stuck around people who look like you and think like you, I'm not saying that positivity can't come from that, because being around like-minded people can help drive creativity, inspiration, and things like that, so that you can push each other to do great things. But whatever, my point is that I feel like it's better to open and immerse yourself into different cultures and different people so that you can have many different experiences, because at the end of your life, I believe that you should want to be able to look back and say, I was able to go and meet and see so many different places and people, and that's what I would like to do. This is a bit of a quick video, and I know it wasn't the most entertaining, but I received some of these comments, and some of them were a little weird, and I just wanted to be able to talk about some of them. If you did watch that video, you could probably see some of the comments down there. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video to any degree, all you have to do is leave a like. It really helps me out. Don't forget to comment down below what you want to see me talk about next. I'm going to be moving on March the 12th of 2024. That's this year. That's in about 2 weeks as of this video being posted. I'm going to be moving back to Thailand, so I hope to see you guys on that ride. If you want to see that, subscribe, and you'll be able to see all the videos while I'm still here in the States and my preparation going back to Thailand. I would like for all of you to come along on the journey. They're not all just going to be me sitting in a room talking. Once I get back to Thailand, I'm going to be having way more immersive videos and doing so many fun things. It's going to be great. So I hope to see you guys, and I'll check you in the next one. Have a good day.
From the dust to ground zero, they living for the villains, I'm dying to be the hero. Different from the rest, but I was a proud widow. These mortals turn my heart colder than Sub-Zero. Ready for combat, I'm back, no cape, no speedo. Kryptonite backpack, Superman ego. Darker than a Batman night, but I shine